Hey guys, what's up? It's Tim here. I decided to have a little special video for Sunday. So, one of my favorites is Zappa. I haven't told anyone that yet. But, yeah, so let's show off my Zappa collection. I'm missing about 4 or 5 from the period 66 to 82, so, yeah, I don't know. It happens. I'll fill them up. But let's start off with Freak Out, first album by the Mothers of Invention. I scored this for $1 at that barn I went to, but except I did that like 2 years ago. No, it was about a year ago, but still. And it's a mono copy, great condition. It's not mint by any, but it's definitely pretty good. Probably very good condition. But still, for $1, mono Freak Out, killer. And this has the original ad for the map, the Freak Out map. I don't know when they got rid of that, but it's my mono copy of Freak Out. And that was pure luck. The rest of these I paid for, believe me. Absolutely free. Second album. And this is a great album. But I think that it gets stuck in the middle between Freak Out and We're Only In It For The Money, just because it's not as good as those albums. But it's definitely a great album. I really like the Gatefold. And this has Brown Shoes Don't Make It on it. Call Any Vegetable, America Drinks. Killer stuff. This one's playing in the background. We're Only In It For The Money. And I paid for this. But got the Gatefold, very nice, very nice. Still wish they put that on the outside, but it happens. And then I also have the insert, which is very nice. I was looking for a copy with the insert. That inner collector always. Great condition insert.
I will go to a house. That's what I will do. I will go to a house. It's a rock and roll band.
Everyone's wanted the insert.
Groups all live together. I will join a rock and roll band.
Killer album. I don't know why in the 80s he went fucking crazy. Why he wanted to redo everything. I think he was just becoming a fucking egomaniac, to be honest with you. But, whatever. That was his personal thing, I guess. But I love the original Mothers. I think they have something that a lot of his later groups don't have. A lot more attitude than his later groups. But, whatever. Alright, another album that I have, Reuben and the Jets. This actually, I really love this album. I've always been really attracted to this album. You know, it's just doo-wop, basically. Experimental doo-wop music. And this is just, I love this album. This is probably one of my favorites, which is weird to most of you, because you're probably saying, what about, you know, all his other good albums? Well, believe me, I love them too, but I'm always in the mood for Reuben sometimes, so. This is one of my other favorites, Hot Rats. I love his instrumental work. I don't just like him because, you know, comedy and all that, but this is one of my favorites. I was listening to this yesterday. That new cartridge is working out great, by the way. I'm just still breaking it in, you know. And this on the original Bizarre label. Killer stuff. I want to get all these on the Bizarre label. I'm missing. Well, I'll get to that when I get there. I'm not sure which one came first. Wait, yeah. I know this. Burnt weenie sandwich came first. This is a beat copy. I have to get I gotta get a better copy of this because it's one of my favorites. I really love the arrangements. And side 2 is like, it looks good, but it sounds like shit. But side 1 is great, so I usually just listen to side 1. But I got that fairly cheap anyway. But yeah, I'm probably gonna get an upgrade copy of that because I really like that album. Weasels Rip My Flesh. I think I've only given this 1 listen, or 1 or 2 listens. This isn't one of the best. Of course, it has some killer songs on it, though. My Guitar Wants to Kill Your Mama, Oh No. The Orange County Lumber Truck. Lowell George is on this. He was in Little Feat. Which is another killer band. You should check them out. Pete's Don't Fail Me Now is probably their best albums, if you guys want to look that up. You know. Directly From My Heart to You is pretty cool, if I recall. Not one of his best by any means, but still, just an awesome cover. How can you not have this just for the cover even? But it's still a solid album, just not one of his best. Chunga's Revenge. I've always liked the cover on this too. A gypsy mutant industrial vacuum cleaner dances about a mysterious nighttime campfire. Best tunes, dozens of imported castanets clutched by the horrible suction of its heavy-duty hose, waving with marginal erotic abandon in the midnight autumn air. And this is that vacuum cleaner. I've always really dug this album. I believe this is original. No, it's reprised, but yeah. But you know, sometimes it's just cheaper, so I believe that was around 15-20 bucks maybe. The bad thing about Zappa's albums are they're so expensive, and you can't just find them everywhere. I'm missing the Grand... Actually, I didn't show Uncle Meat either. I'm missing Uncle Meat. I need that, I already know that. I also need the Grand Wazoo, Waka Jawaka, Zoodalores, Live in New York, and maybe some others, but Overnight Sensation. Killer album. Love this album. I think it's better than Apostrophe, probably. Just genius. Zombie Wolf. 50-50, Dynamo Hum, Montana. You know, all this stuff. But I always thought Zombie Wolf, the arrangement, was just so genius. If you actually spin that one and listen to it very closely, you know what I'm talking about. This one, the Gay Cold No song. Apostrophe. This album is killer. St. Alfonso's Pancake Breakfast, just insane. So many musicians. Those are all musicians. Yeah. Killer album. This is the first album I ever heard from him. I didn't like it at first, to be honest. I was like, no, I don't know, man. This kind of... But it hooked me, so... It just took a couple of times. Roxy and Elsewhere. This version of Village of the Sun really speaks to me. I don't know why. I really like the song Cheapness, and Penguin in Bondage, More Trouble Every Day. Bebop Tango is pretty cool, 15-minute just jam, really. Of course, it's not really a jam because everything was probably arranged, knowing Frank Zappa. Kind of a snob, I guess, when it comes to that. Zappa and Deepart, Bongo Fury, pretty awesome, pretty killer. And the song that speaks to me is It's Carolina Hardcore Ecstasy. And I don't know, that's always just really spoke to me. Muffin Man, whenever I hear Frank Zappa guitar solo, I don't know, it's just, depending on the solo, you know, it sends chills. I don't know, it's just the style, I guess. But, I don't know, he just has very moving guitar work. One size fits all. Someone on the Facebook was showing Inca Roads this morning for a Lazy Sunday song, and this whole album is killer. So that's one to get. Of course, you gotta kind of slowly dig into Zappa. You can't just assault everything because it's all so different. This goes hand in hand with Apostrophe on the first album I heard from him, Shake Your Booty. And you don't know how Shake Your Booty sounds unless you hear the vinyl. There's so many things to be opened up in here. So, Shake Your Booty. And this one's one of his, funny ones when he started getting into that. I Have Been in You, Broken Hearts Are for Assholes, Bobby Brown, City of Tiny Lights. But there's some genius stuff in there. Sometimes I like the more instrumental stuff though. It all depends on what mood I'm in. This is another one of his funny albums. Joe's Garage, Act 1. And this comes with the booklet. You guys get the picture, I think. That's the booklet. Tells the story. Man! Tells the story of Joe's Garage. But you can't have Act 1 without having Act 2, so here it is. Acts 1 and 2. Keep it greasy so it goes down easy. You Zappa people know what I'm talking about. One I've always really liked, You Are What You Is. I always really liked this album for some reason. Oh no, this isn't the one. Sorry about that. I want to show you guys the Barking Pumpkin advertisement. Are you hardcore? For those of you who'd like to hear a whole album of Zappa guitar solos, Barking Pumpkin has the answer, actually 3. Available now by mail order only after years of preparation. It is our pleasure to offer you the chance to own and operate your very own copies of Shut Up and Play Your Guitar, Shut Up and Play Your Guitar Some More, and Return of the Shut Up and Play Your Guitar. What it is, what they are, what the, gives you all the good stuff. So I saw that share that with you guys. Zappa's always, he looked like, I hate to say it, but, a lot of people, I think, just try to make him seem like he could do no wrong, but he really did come off as a dick sometimes, I think, personally. Argue if you want, but I think that he came off as a total prick sometimes. And after You Are What You Is, even around it, I guess, he started doing all this funky shit. I mean, I like it, but I don't like what he did to the original Mothers of Invention stuff. Him adding 80s drums and stuff. It's just, how could you butcher your own creation like that? Anyway, I don't know, he started getting fucking crazy. But definitely a musical genius. His attitude sometimes doesn't take away from what he did. He's just a really killer musical genius, I'd say. So, really genius arrangements on all of it, even if it's funny or not. If you guys have never heard Zappa, it's definitely not for everyone, but I seem to love it. So, check it out. Alright guys, thanks for watching.